Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto content. And I just want to say, for anybody who is new to the channel, if you guys are into crypto and you guys want to learn more about crypto, get crypto insights and whatnot, definitely consider subscribing to the channel as well as liking this video, as it does help the channel grow, and also it helps me help you in the long run as well by sending you guys notifications when videos do go live. Now, today we are going to be analyzing the crypto market. So there's a lot of stuff to talk about, especially including generational wealth with Flare and XRP, and we're going to go in depth on that. But first and foremost, we are going to analyze the market. We do see that the market is up significantly, and wow, what a change since earlier this week. Bitcoin can't really hold above the 32.8K zone. I've seen it get rejected there multiple times, so it really can't hit the 33K zone. Now, overall, for a lot of these assets, they are performing better than expected. For example, even XRP is doing better than Ethereum and Bitcoin currently, which is crazy to see. And we are still down about 1.06% on the 7-day, but overall, on a 24-hour zone, we are in a better percentage zone than Bitcoin, Ethereum, and most assets as well. Crypto market looks poised for a little bit of a breakout upside, but I am expecting a little bit of a drawback or pullback on Bitcoin down to the lower 20Ks. I'm thinking about 26 to 28K. We could go lower. I know that a lot of people are calling for some major lows, but who knows? It might not even happen. I do know that not this weekend, but the weekend after, it is a pretty big week. We do have the 27th and the 28th coming up, which is big to really acknowledge, but we do know that the 31st, which is not this Saturday, but next Saturday, is pretty big for crypto, as it is our monthly close. So with that being said, let's jump into this video. Let's not beat around the bush any further. So we do see here India might be coming around on crypto in the form of a CBDC. Global trends might be nudging the central banks in the direction of blockchain sooner than later. And isn't it kind of crazy to see a lot more CBDCs and a lot more countries and stuff coming around to CBDCs, realizing the fact that, hey, CBDCs are the future, and if we don't digitize our assets, we are going to be getting left behind. It's just funny to me because if you would have mentioned CBDCs to anybody, a few years back, they would have said that you're crazy, right? Even now they say that I'm crazy. I talk about CBDCs and how, at some point in time we are going to march out of a paper-aged currency and get into something that is digitized. And everybody just calls me crazy. They're saying that it won't happen, whatever. A lot of these people are going to get left behind. They don't realize that technology has been the future forever now. Since the invention of a computer, of the internet. It was only a matter of time before finance pretty much got innovated as well. The last innovation was 60 years ago when credit cards and debit cards were the big craze, and they're just not performing the way that they should be. They're extremely over demanded, right? And they're just not supplying the demand. And I've talked about this multiple times on this channel, right? I've talked about how Visa and MasterCard are going to get left behind. A lot of these big named financial giants are going to get left behind unless they convert over to something like cryptocurrencies to help them further their technology and innovate further. So with that being said, I do think that crypto is the future. I have no doubt about that, and I think that this is great. This India CBDC stuff that we've talked about. Ripple and XRP have ties to India. Even when they first implemented the real-time payments from Oman to India, that was a big connection there with India. So who knows about this? We've talked about CBDCs building with cryptocurrency assets, and a lot of people still think that at some point in time we are going to grasp a big market in the CBDC district, and I do believe so as well. I think the B2B payments are going to be the biggest key component for us. I see a lot of things concerning XLM with MoneyGram. Listen, that's totally fine. They could get the peer-to-peer payments. That's totally fine. As long as we get business to business, I'm totally fine with that, because business to business is much bigger than peer-to-peer. So with that being said, I also want to talk to you guys a little bit about this. We do see Bank of Russia has asked local exchanges to avoid stocks issued by companies whose business relies on cryptocurrency market prices. Isn't this funny? I mean, dude, there's been a war going on with crypto everywhere. You know, the UK was the biggest one, you know, starting with Binance, which I totally understand it, but I see a lot of things happening with banks denying payments for cryptocurrency assets as well now, saying that it's fraudulent. You know, banks are such a scam. You know, they are the biggest scam to date. They always say that, oh, it's your money, you're in full control, and then all of a sudden when you want to use your bank card somewhere or you want to transfer money, all of a sudden it's a big problem. They have to verify it. They have to confirm. Listen, it's my money. I mean, why can't I spend it the way that I want it? I just think that that is comical. But we also see, I think Russia is at a point where they are going to get left behind in this digital revolution. And the reason why I say that is because even when we come over to this article here, we do see 81 countries are now exploring digital currencies. Things are moving fast, right? So this is great. We are seeing this happen, but we are also seeing the fact that Russia does not want anything to do with cryptocurrencies. And they also don't want anything to do with cryptocurrency markets as well. I think that this is such a bad representation of, you know, innovation. It actually stunts the idea of financial innovation and furthering the technology advancement to a digitized age. And we've already seen it with the euro, right? The digital euro. If you don't implement something like the digital euro into your system, which is just a CBDC, you will be left behind. Now, I personally don't think that this is anything too crazy. I don't think that this is going to be a massive problem for cryptocurrencies because at the end of the day, the biggest market for crypto is pretty much the Asian markets and the United States right now. That's where most of our volume comes from. But I think that this was funny. I thought it was funny to include, especially considering the fact that Russia has been stopping payments from the U.S. for quite some time now as well. And I think that that's very bullish for crypto because it does weaken the dollar, which, you know, pretty much provides more value for crypto overall and risk assets like stocks. But this is great. You know, 81 countries are now exploring digital currencies. Things are moving fast. Honestly, things are moving faster than expected. I didn't think that we would see CBDC innovation happening until 2025. And the reason why I say that is because there's a lot of things to, you know, put in hand. Now, of course, you know, the US CBDC won't be actually fully tested and implemented until 2022. So we have to wait to see what happens with that. But I do know right now, for anybody who is in crypto, and we're going to address this in a later video that I post today. For anybody who is in crypto right now, you are extremely early, and I still believe that crypto is in its infancy stages. And I think at some point in time in the future, we are going to see a massive run in crypto that we pretty much obstruct the stock market and surpass it in market cap. And I strongly believe that we will in this decade. And you guys could save this video and replay it later on in time because I believe in that. I believe it's 100% true. I totally agree with that statement. Let me know if you guys do as well. Now let's talk about generational wealth with XRP and Flare Finance. So if you guys haven't looked into Songbird, if you guys haven't looked into Flare, definitely do so because those are going to be the big game changers for XRP holders. Listen, XRP itself is going to provide a ton of value in your portfolios. I strongly believe that XRP will hit at some point in time triple digits plus, and I've talked about this in an earlier video from yesterday. You guys could go check it out, $100 to $1,000 XRP, and I've talked about how we get to that point as well. And if for anybody who is saying market cap matters, guys, you need to do your research on crypto and really look into market cap and how it provides value for assets and pretty much how those market caps are made. So with that being said, let's talk about this. So we do see Flare Finance will launch first experimental finance EXFI platform on the Songbird network. Now you guys might be wondering, well, what does this matter, right? So we do see here Flare Finance will be launching an XFI platform on the Songbird network. It will include Flare X, Flare Farm, and Flare Loans. It will not include governance until main network launch, at which point holders of SGB, which is Songbird, and Flare will receive both S-Flare and D-Flare on each respective network. So wait, what does that mean? Right, so we're going to get Flare, Songbird, S-Flare, D-Flare, and Y-Flare. We are getting 5 assets. That's right, 5 assets for holding XRP back on December 12th. If that does not make you bullish on holding XRP, I don't know what will. We do see here you will be able to participate and earn a bit of deflare for using the XFi platform leading up to launch of the main network platform. We do see down here, now this is pretty much the launch of a full value experimental development network called the Songbird Network. Songbird allows for ongoing development and testing for future use cases for upcoming Flare network launch. Now this will run in a parallel to the Flare network and act as a bleeding edge, fast-paced, anything goes development playground. I think that Songbird is going to be a massive asset to hold. I think that at some point in time, Songbird could also be worth triple digits plus, because that is going to be a massive innovation for Flare, and it pretty much allows us to, provide them our liquidity in XRP with pure security as well. Now, they are going to follow in the footsteps of the main network and deploy an experimental playground of our own. We do see here Flare Finance will launch the first experimental finance platform on Songbird Network, enabling developers to build, deploy, and test modules and scenarios for the XFi platform. Not all products created on Songbird will make it to the Flare network, but it does provide a great opportunity to garner much needed attention and review to modules that do hope to be added to the Flare Finance platform in the future. Now, the craziest thing about this is the fact that we are going to be earning so much free assets, and also we're going to pretty much earn a ton of residual income as well. Now, we do see here that upon launch of the Songbird Network, Flare Finance will launch Flare X, Flare Farm, Flare Loans, ready for use with the Songbird tokens. So at some point in time, right, we are going to see a massive inflow of value unlocked on this Canary network, as well as pretty much the entire Flare Finance network as well. We actually see here that holders of SGB will be able to create Canary Dollar using the Flare Loans platform. This is in relation with will be Yield Dollar as well on the main network launch. Additionally, holders of SGB will be able to swap it against Canary Dollar on Flare X or participate in liquidity pools to generate yield. Lastly, holders of SGB and CAND can participate in early reward staking on Flare Farm to earn a portion of the 1 million D-Flare allocated for XFi staking rewards. That is absolutely crazy. So not only are we going to be generating yield income, we're also going to unlock value from D-Flare as well. So I would definitely check out a lot of this stuff because there's a ton of residual income and generational wealth to be unlocked. We do see here, upon launch, fees generated will be split into 3 categories: liquidity, provider fees, team fees, and APY cloud reserves. During the experimental phase, all fees generated will be split 98-2 respectively. Fees generated for the APY cloud will be converted into Songbird and then into Flare and transferred to the APY cloud on the main network when the time comes. And then this is to conserve the value of APY cloud reserves and to distribute it with main network value instead of experimental value. So there is a lot of value to be unlocked here. Very interesting to really see. Now, we do see that the 40 million D-Flare will be airdropped to holders of Flare token on the 1-month anniversary of the Flare network main network launch. So we actually see here, if Flare network launches September 1st, I wonder why they said September 1st. I mean, I hope that we don't launch on September 1st because we were supposed to launch this month. But if we do get that, our snapshot would be October 1st. The claim ratio is yet to be determined until the final launch supply is announced by the Flare network. But we do see 40 million D-Flare. That is a very small amount. Now, I don't know if they're talking about 41 million D-Flare because we do see a lot more D-Flare here. But we do know that you're going to be earning almost, I think it's 5 assets right now, because you're getting D-Flare, Y-Flare, Songbird. We're also getting up here, they're even mentioning, where is it, S-Flare as well. And we're also earning another asset as well. So we're earning 5 assets for holding XRP. It's absolutely crazy. Now, we do see here 1 million D-Flare will be allocated to X5 rewards pool to be earned for participating in the first product suit. So you got to pay attention. You really have to participate as much as possible here. 650,000 D-Flare will be allocated to yield farm participants who stake in the SGB, Canary Dollar, and D-Flare farming pools. Distribution will be rapid over 63 days and will allow for consistent testing of the yield farming protocol. And we do see there's even more, right? They are giving away a ton of free assets that are going to allow you to earn a ton of money. When we even talk about, for example, the Uniswap airdrop, that was worth at some point in time, I think like $25,000, and it was like 600 coins. So for something like Songbird, Songbird's going to unlock a ton of potential for Flare networks and also for XRP holders. So say for so you get 600 coins, which it's about 0.15% for whatever you are holding. So say for so you are holding 20,000 XRP, you are going to be getting about 3,000 Songbirds. So say for so it comes out and it shoots up to $100. That means you have $300,000 from a free airdrop. There's a lot of money to be made off of this Flare Finance launch. And I do think that Flare Networks is going to be a massive innovation for a lot of generational wealth to be made by, minting your F assets to earning, residual income and so forth. There is a ton of value to be unlocked with Flare Networks. Trust me, guys, I think generational wealth is, XRP, obviously, but with that comes Flare as well, and Flare is going to provide so much value to a lot of individuals. You guys don't even realize it. But let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments below. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys do want more free content, you guys can follow me on Twitter at NCashOfficial. You guys could also join the free Discord down in the description below. I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick, and peace out.